Hey, what's going on, guys? Legend here, and today I want to talk about a more serious topic than my usual rants. Not really rants, they're usually just commentaries about being a dumbass, but I wanna talk about something a little bit more serious, and that is gun violence and gun control. And I was a little skeptical about the idea of me uploading this to my channel, one because a very mm, radical view, I guess you could say, and also because I don't usually upload anything like serious or political onto my channel. So this is kind of a first for me, and I hope you guys don't jump the gun and be like, oh no, blah blah blah. Anyway, back into the subject. I want to talk about gun control and my whole opinion on that. And a lot of people, I've been well, I want to tell you what brought up the subject for me. I've been scrolling around the internet, and I've just been seeing such things that are being written about this topic that just piss me off, from people from the fucking radical South who just so blinded by the idea of weapons being taken away from them. But yeah, all right. Let me start this off by saying I am very much against uh, the distribution of weapons, the use of guns, the ability to have it out in public, the ability to purchase a weapon in general. And let's just go back to the basics. The whole basis for the Second Amendment, which is the right to bear arms, and no, not bear arms, but when I said bear arms, I mean BEAR, not B. You get it. Not to use it for sport, but it's to protect you from government. That was the initial idea by our founders. One thing, I will say this one thing. At that time, guns were not nearly as dangerous, nor were they as powerful as they are today. They never even thought of a fully automatic weapon, or let alone a pistol that could literally just, you could press the trigger and it'll just go off like crazy. At that time, they had weapons that took like, I don't know, like 30 seconds to a minute to reload. So that's kind of bias in its own. I mean, trying to take a word for the Constitution, word for word, that's what's so amazing about our Constitution. We can change it based on the growth and maturity of the world as a whole, as well as our nation as a whole. But anyway, yeah, it was used as a way to, in case government became too abusive or too corrupt, the people would be able to overthrow them. I guess they had the option to attempt to overthrow the government, in case they became too corrupt, too, I don't know, intolerable. Well, I'm not gonna say intolerable. I mean, Joseph Stalin-y. Okay, not like, no, whatever. And let me just say, the only time we have ever part of the country has seceded from the Union was during the Civil War, which was based on, well, mainly it was based on slavery. That was a main point of the Civil War. That was the main, that and a couple other things, but the main point was the white folks in the South did not want to give up their slaves. So if anybody wants to follow in their footsteps and secede from the United States of America because they feel they're losing their rights to be free and carry a weapon, I mean, let me just say, you carrying a weapon does not make me feel any safer. It would make me feel fucking crazy. I mean, this person, I'm talking to somebody who literally can just take their gun out and fucking shoot me on the spot. Of course, there's morals and all that shit, but some people are cuckoo, and a lot of these people who are saying, "Oh, the background checks won't do anything," and that crazy people always get weapons and that, what's it called? People always find weapons and background checks don't mean shit. Most of those people would fucking fail the background check. They're insane, extremist nuts. And if we were in a civilization that was mature enough to handle a weapon like this, then maybe it might be different. But we live in America. America, the land of the free and the home of the brave. And, you know, this is so annoying to explain because so many people are just they're like, oh, you're trying to take away our rights. Democrats are trying to take away our rights as humans. Meanwhile, if you look at the Republican Party, I'm getting off topic, but I don't care. The Republican Party, they're trying to say, oh, you can't get married. Even if your life is in stake, you can't get an abortion. You can't birth control. Like, what? How are liberals / Democrats trying to take away your human rights by saying that you can't you can't buy or carry a weapon? Buying a weapon is not a human right. It's in the Constitution, a Constitution that was written not like 200. Let's see. I don't feel like doing the math, but I'm just gonna say 250, 204, around there. Years ago. Things have changed, people. That's why we're allowed to add amendments. I mean, guess what? Slavery was never abolished when the Constitution was created. Does that mean we should all worship slavery? So slavery is it was never mentioned. Abolishment of slavery was never mentioned in the Constitution. So you know what? All black people should be slaves. No, we amended that. We said slavery is inhumane and it should not exist. So why can't we do that with guns? It drives me crazy. Some people, they allow people who are as stupid as fucking, let's think of a name. George Bush to hold a weapon, to carry a weapon. But they don't let two men who love each other get married. You know, you're putting everyone around you, their life at stake. Every person around you, their life is now at stake because you have a weapon that can kill them. Pop, pop, pop. But meanwhile, having an abortion that affects no one else's life, or getting married to a man you love when you're also a woman, blah blah blah, that you love, that has no effect on anybody else but you and that person or whatever. And suddenly, oh no, that's off limits. You can't do that. The bias in this country is pretty amazing. I hope our generation could fix it. Honestly, our generation is too lazy to give a shit. So I feel like I have to. And I'm reading online. People are saying, oh, people will always find ways to criminals never buy guns legally. Meanwhile, if you look at the Sandy Hook shooting, the man who killed all those kids, he got the weapons from his mother, who bought them legally. The weapon, she had rifles, she had fucking Glock pistols. You were able to buy that shit legally. Legally. How could something that dangerous be something that the U.S. just gives out to people? Oh, you can have this, you can have, oh, yeah. He took that, killed his mother, and then killed 28 other people, 20 of which were elementary students. The other 8 were teachers at the elementary school. So don't fucking say that criminals get their weapons illegally. The mother bought it legally. The son didn't go to some drug cartel and bought weapons and some crack along the way. He stole it from his mom. Which means even weapons that are bought legally can still be used in harmful ways. Background checks is not enough. We just get rid of guns. Solve all of our problems. If you guys saw, there was this knifing thing. There was I don't know what to say, a knifing at a middle school. I think it was middle school, and the man shanked or stabbed, whatever you want to call it. I don't know exactly how many. I think it was double digits, and no one died. Nobody. Everyone lived. So, people who say that it's the person, not the gun, this kind of demonstrates how, yes, it is the fucking gun. You wouldn't see a guy walk into a school and start punching and killing 28 kids just by punching him in the face. I mean, the guy stabbed 10, 15 kids. I don't know the exact number, but they all survived. This is not a coincidence. It's because guns kill fast. Much more deadlier than anything else we can think. Well, anything else we can get our hands on. Us U.S. citizens. So, I've been looking online for some shit to talk about, and you know, this is not like one article I'm finding this on. I'm looking this all over the internet, trying to stay away from the Fox the Fox websites, all those bastards, But yeah, it's a lot of these articles state how when there's firearms, they are firearms in the home, it increases homicide rates. And here's a good statistic. And I have high hopes that this statistic is true based on what I've found in my findings, and it's that every time a gun injures or kills a person in self-defense, it is used 11 times for completed and attempted suicides, 7 times in criminal assaults and homicides, as in not the person in the fence using it, but the person who's trying to kill you and rob you and all that. 7 times more than self-defense, and it's used 4 times in unintentional shooting deaths or injuries, which I'm guessing is like thinking someone's in your house and you accidentally end up shooting one of your fucking kids, which, how the fuck would that happen? But I don't know. And also like leaving a gun out and letting your kid find it and him going, oh, what the fuck is this? And shooting one of his friends, or even worse, himself, which is another whole horrible topic. I mean, we're putting minors at risk of blowing their fucking brains out. Oh, and here's another one. States with the highest levels of gun ownership have 114% higher firearm homicide rates and 60% higher homicide rates than states with the lowest gun ownership. And the risk of homicide is 3 times higher in homes with firearms. So, there you have it, guys. This has been my little rant. I know it's longer than I usually do, but I don't know. I've just been really amped up lately. Final thoughts, my conclusion. We shouldn't be giving out rifles, oh god, no. Pistols, any firearm that can kill another human being. We need to heighten up our police force, if anything. They're the people who are supposed to be protecting us. We are not trained to fucking carry a weapon. They are. Why are we not helping them to help us? I know that sounds weird, but why are we not increasing the ability of the police force to protect us when that's their job? Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for me. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you disagree with me, just put it in the comments. Like, in any way, who fucking cares? I mean, it's me you're talking about too. Anyways, that's gonna be it for me. Bye bye.